recent Fortune article asked this question: what will the retirement age be in the year 2050? Back with us to offer their thoughts on it, we have Greg and Kristen Taylor from Legacy Retirement Group. Guys, I hope you're not going to say 95, because I'm like looking at you like, can you just say 50
He has to
or
work till 95.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, exactly. All right. So right now, in all seriousness, the retirement age is 67. So that's for folks born after the year of 1960. So what do you think 30 to 40 years from now that we're going to be looking at?
Go
Do
ahead.
you want to go first?
Yeah.
You know,
You're like, who's going to take this one?
Yeah.
you know, I think it's going to be 70, 72. You know, there's always weird numbers, 72 and a half. I don't know. They're going to probably throw out some weird number. But, I mean, if you just look at all the things surrounding us, U.S. national debts over $19 trillion, you know, the three biggest budget items for the U.S. are Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security. And so with baby boomers getting older and older, I mean, that number is just going to go up. It's got to be paid for somehow.
Absolutely.
And I just think our generation, you and I, not Greg, is going to have to deal with working
She's really
longer.
digging it
I
in
know.
today. You're working till
Birthday
you're
just
90.
passed.
Yeah.
I know, yeah.
So what are those the primary reasons then that the government would have to then raise the retirement age because to pay for all of those things?
It is, and as well as, think about it, back when Social Security began, people didn't really live much beyond age 70. So
Yep.
8 to 10 years was considered a long time to be collecting your Social Security check. And now people collect Social Security for 25, even
Yeah,
over 30
good point.
years sometimes. And, you know, that's why the government's looking forward and saying, you know, in the next 20 years, we can become insolvent in this program unless some things change.
The scary part about this, and you think when you're in your 70s, are there going to be jobs that you can do? Is it going to be a viable workplace here to be able to have jobs for those people?
Well, just think about it. 50 years ago, what were the majority of jobs in America? They were some type of manufacturing
Right.
job, and
Right.
you really don't see that in our economy today. So I think for retirees to remain relevant, they're going to have to stay on top of education, technology, things like that, so that they can be relevant in the workforce and maintain a job.
We are seeing that. A lot of the women, especially that have come in the last 2 years, I would say, have looked at ways to further their education and maybe the skill they already have, or to pick up a new skill, something that they'd be comfortable doing as a part-time basis during their retirement years. So we have seen that shift start to happen even within our practice.
Right. They find a new purpose, a new
Yeah,
joy.
They
We've
really
talked
do.
about,
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, so what other changes do you anticipate as far as the future happening for retirement?
Well, I think that if people don't look forward at what taxes are going to do,
Yeah, that's
there's going to
huge.
be a big, big surprise, because we've been told by everyone, you know, accountants, CPAs, everyone, defer your tax. And our debt continues to get bigger and bigger and bigger. When you have a $3.3 trillion budget and a $2.2 trillion income, then you know there's obviously going to be a day where taxes have to rise enough to start balancing our budget.
Right.
And so things like the Roth IRA,
Which we were just talking about before the
Yeah.
show, you know, just looking at ways to go ahead and pay that tax now while we're in a low tax environment, relatively speaking, instead of shifting all those dollars to later years when we don't know what the tax rate's going to be.
right? So tax-free strategies are going to be huge as it goes forward, I really believe, because I see a day where the average American pays over 40% in tax. That's not going to be a fun day.
It certainly won't. And you guys start that by offering things to people to get them on the right path. So today, what is the offer you have for us?
Today, for the first 10 callers, we want to invite them in to meet with us and review their entire retirement setup to make sure that nothing's slipping through the cracks. We call that our complete planning review. And for all those that call in, that first 10 callers, when they come in, I'm going to give them a complimentary copy of my book, Winning Retirement, and hope that'll be a help.
All right, absolutely. Always good to talk to you guys.
Good to
Thanks
be
for being
here.
here.